Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our Rags to Riches series. Now, unfortunately, halfway through the recording and gameplay, I had a power outage and it corrupted half of my recording. Maybe not half of it, but a good section of it. So, yeah, I'm just going to tell you what we've done between last episode and now, since you cannot see it. But we did a fertilizing contract. Actually, we did 2 fertilizing contracts on field 24 and 36. And we got our cash up a little bit. That's about all you missed. Rest of it was just me yakking, and I'm sure you didn't want to see that. About as much as you probably didn't want to see me fertilizing complete fields. But we got it done. And now it is time to move on. So let's do a recap. If you've not been following along, last episode seen us buying our second piece of farmland, and yeah, we seeded it in grass seeds and started to let it grow. So now let's get on with the actual recording. And I want this auto load trailer. It is on sale, not by a lot, probably about 10 grand cheaper. So let's get it. I'm just going to stick with standard tires, standard wheels. We will, nah, I don't need the mud flaps. I think I'll just stick with the standard color except for the blue wheels. Can't do the blue wheels. We'll go black. That's worth 250 bucks right there. Worth 250 for sure. And buy it. Now, we really didn't need to spend that money because we're saving up to buy more land. But we're going to need it to get the bales off the field. Since we're doing silage, we'll have to store them for a few days and then take them to sell. Then we'll need it again twice next harvest, and I figure this is the one item that would be better just to go ahead and buy. And yeah, just go ahead and buy it instead of lease it. The other items, leasing cost is low enough. We'll use them once per harvest, so let's just buy it. We got a bale trailer, and we always modify it to haul some grain too. So we do have that silo. And in a few months there'll be some nice harvesting contracts come up, and we can take our portion of that, store it in a silo, and save it. Or else I just wasted money on that silo. So we need to start utilizing it a little bit. But yeah, we got us a bale trailer. We'll get it back to the shop, and then I think we'll go ahead and take a nap. See what kind of contracts are tomorrow. If nothing looks good, we'll sleep again until it's time to start making some silage. Alright, it is now early on May, and we have reached growth 1. I'm pretty sure it's growth 1. Yeah, it's got to get much taller than that, right? I took a look around at the contracts, and I don't think it's worth the time right now. So we will, yeah, we'll go back to sleep, and I will see you in June. Alright, it is now June, and this is in its second growth. It's ready for harvest. Now I'm thinking we have a nice little contract here. Fertilizing field 24 again. Or fertilized it once. Well, yeah, it makes sense. Second stage. But I'm going to set up a worker fertilizing this, and then we'll get started on our grass field. Alright, we stopped by the shop, threw some fertilizer in this fertilizer. We're going to set this worker up if he'll ever get started on fertilizing this field. Let's just make sure he is good to go. He is good. He's good to go. Percentage should start going up. Excellent. Alright, we are going to go back to the shop and get started on our grass harvest. Okay, first thing we need We need to do some buying. Let's check, see. I mean, I like that. 8.3 meters, but we got some stuff off the mud hub that is, I think gonna work out just fine for us. We need a cutter. We need a cutter. And I went past it, didn't I? Nope. There we go. Mowers. Now we're looking at this. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce it right. 3.9 meters for 16.5. It's either that or this optic cut that's 3.2 for 16.5. 3.2, 3.9. One needs 100 horse, needs 80 horse. Same price. Believe it will do what we need it to. Alright, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I like the looks of this one better. I just don't know why, but I like it. Which sticker? I like that sticker, yes. Cover, definitely. Main color, the green is fine. Actually, the green is preferred. Now we are only going to lease this for $841. Can't beat that. Alright. Then after that, we are going to need a windrower. A hay rake. What we've always called them. Now I've got a few mod hubs downloaded. That one's too small. I need to delete it. I'm thinking definitely this one right here. Let's lease this for $459. Can't beat that. Now I will be glad when we can buy our own. But for now, let's do some leasing. Now, I should be able to go grab both these and bring them back together. We do have a front 3-point, but I need to drop this weight. Alright, I'm going to go get our leased goodies and meet you back at the field. Now, what a sight this would be. I think it's really designed for that, but it is much better making 2 trips. So we're going to set this right here. Grab our front weight. Drive over our front weight. There it is. Alright, let's get this mower unfolded here. Get our GPS lines going. And we're mowing our first field that we own with the tractor we've purchased ourselves. And a mower we leased, but hey, we'll get there. We will get there. I'm gonna get this this field mowed, and yeah, I will see you then. Some of these lines just ain't wanting to work out too well. I'm thinking it's it'll get better. Oh yeah, my worker brought the tractor back, so I need to go get him unloaded. Get that fertilized back in storage. And we'll get back to this shortly. Alright, we can now complete this fertilizer contract. Collect extra $10,000. There is a bell wrapping contract up, so I think once we get ours baled and wrapped, so we'll be leasing that wrapper, we'll just use it, go do some wrapping, and that one contract should pay for all of our leasing costs. That's the plan if it's still there when we get done with our field. But for now, we've got to get back to our baling or our cutting. I think that is the right line. That is. No, it's not. Maybe it was. No big deal. We can get to. Oh my gosh! Quit missing stuff. All right, I may not be able to use the. Yeah. I may not be able to use the GPS for this little project. I'm not sure why. If it's this mod or what, but it's just not working. So I think I'm just gonna do this old school. Alright, we got the mowing done. Never could figure out the guidance lines with the GPS for this mower. It says it is 3.2 meters, and I'm thinking that means from the center line of the tractor, not the actual cutting width. Every time I play with it, I could get it where it would line up right with the outside, but it would miss in the middle. I am not quite sure. So we did it manually, the old school way. Don't know if it's just this mower or a setting that I have wrong. Or I'm just doing it wrong, I should say. Either way, it's cut. Let's get to windrowing. Alright, we've got our grass field cut. Now it's time to do some windrowing. And yeah, you may notice this is not the windrower I said I was going to use. Or the one we leased earlier. That's because that one would not bring up GPS lines. Couldn't hire a worker, couldn't do anything with it. I just didn't feel like dealing with that right now. So we returned it, and I leased another. I did not give the cash back to myself, but we're just going to go with it. This one is a little bit bigger than the one we had picked out, but yeah, it just didn't work. Alright, I'm gonna set this up where it's pulling 2 rows into one. Be less we have to pick up with the baler later. Should help speed things up a little bit. Alright, and we are finished with the windrowing. Got them all perfectly neat rows. Nothing off at all. If you believe that, you don't know me too well. Alright, now it's time to get this and that cutter took back. And we need a round, actually a square baler, and a wrapper. If you seen, I'm sure it's in the last episode. Oh yeah, can't put that on with a weight, can I? Let's drop this weight right here. But previously we have talked about what equipment I wanted to get, and if you've seen that, then you know what I'm looking for. Let's go drop this off and pick it up. Alright, let's get our Talix OptiCut returned, as well as our windrower. Nice. Now, let's go in here, find our baler. We're going to go square bales. This right here. Give it twine, standard wheels, everything's fine. Lease it, 660 bucks. Not too bad, I guess. Alright, and now we need a wrapper. It does square bells. 3462, 5416. They're all high. It is cheaper. And it's fast. Might it is. As long as it works. If it don't work, you're never gonna see this, so. $2,800. Man, these silage bells better bring us some money, huh? I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. Hopefully. Alright. Let's get back to the field. Get to work. Probably gonna need to pick up my yeah, I want to get my weight back on here, huh? It's a little top heavy. Excuse me. Right, let's unfold this baler. Go ahead and lower the pickup. Turn it on. Alright, we're going to turn the baler on and we're just going to do this old school. Let's see how it does. I got a little bit wild with the windrower, so no telling how much we'll miss. Since it's our field, we're definitely going to go back for all of it. I do have it set on the, I believe, the 280, 240. Ooh, it does not like that turn, does it? Should have kept the single wheels on this thing. It's struggling a bit. It is. It is right there at the max of this thing's capabilities. Should have got a bigger tractor. But it will work for now, and I'll get it done and will not bore you with this. 2 mile an hour. It's gonna take me all night. Alright, and we are just about done with our bells. Looks like we've got, well, there's 20. We just hit the field. Another couple more in there at least. That has got it. I will say this tractor does seem a little underpowered. Pulling the hills. I mean, it's within the power rating, but I guess that would be on flat lands. Let's go ahead and get this unloaded here. Should drop to give us 22 bells. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, and they are the bigger bells. 240 centimeter. It might have been why it struggled a little bit more. The heavier bells, I'm not sure. But now we just gotta get them wrapped up. And for that, the wrapper's back at the store, so let's go get it. Alright, let's get this wrapper unfolded. Turn on auto drop. See how this works. Oh, that's very fast. That's unrealistically fast. So that might be the last time I use this one. I like it. But just a little too much for the series, maybe? I don't know, you tell me. Wow. That thing can move. I love it. But does it work for this? I don't know. Alright, so we gotta get these bells wrapped up. I gotta remember, there's a couple bell wrapping contracts. Whoa. Jeez. I need to look and see if this wrapper will work on them. I think it will. At least one of them. We'll take care of our own stuff first. We'll get these bells wrapped and put away. And then we can... I'll go ahead and do them contracts. Make us some more money. We need a field. We need that field next to it. Plowed in with this one. Big grass silage harvest. The first thing we're buying will be a bigger tractor after that. Alright, we've got them all wrapped. Now, oh, I thought I had it. There we go. Now we gotta get them all picked up and put away over at the shop. Now this isn't very realistic either, but I hate loading bales with front loaders. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But, you got a lot of them to do, man. It just takes some time. Maybe one day we'll just do a realistic playstyle, ultra realistic. But today it's semi-realistic. I think that's what I would classify it at. Yeah, I'll get these bells. Well, first let's figure out somewhere to put them. I can just off to the side. I was gonna put them right here. I forgot I put a tree there already. So I'm just gonna put them right here in front. Yeah, I like it. Unload. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to unload this thing. What am I missing here? Oh, there. Alright, you have to turn it to the assistant mode. Why? There. Now. There we go. Unload. There we go. Unload here. Stop unloading. Operating position. Whatever you do, turn on the unloading assistant. I thought it was just telling you what buttons to use, but apparently it is needed to unload. And how many bells we had? There's 10. Last one was 12, so yeah, 22. That's what we had. Alright, I'll get these unloaded. And then we need to go do that billing, couple billing contracts, making some more cash. And we just gotta wait for these to ferment. First I need to turn that off of operating position for sure. There. And there. I don't know why I gotta hit that a few times. But there it is. Alright, and we are finishing the contract up on field 45. Now I'll head on over to 84. Alright, and we are done with the wrapping contract on field 84. Now all that's left to do is return our leased items and collect some money. Let's get this baler returned, as well as this wrapper. And let's collect 4,600 and 7,900. And with that, we are going to end episode 8 with a very dirty John Deere 3650 in the background. Stick around for episode 9. We've got plenty more to do. Thanks for watching.